Hello CFM team. In this next video we are going to go over how to edit the content on pages. So first thing we do is come right here to this pages item in the menu, and you'll see a list of all of the pages on the website. And then you can just go into one of these to edit whichever one you want. We'll start with the public affairs page for our example. It might be that when you first come to the page that it'll look differently. You just want to make sure that you've got the back-end editor selected if it looks like any of these other items. So you want to see this view like this, where we've got these blocks, and when you hover over things you get this little green editor. So I usually like to have the front and back end of the website open at the same time so that I can see what's being done. So let's just go here and open the public affairs page, and we can now see how these things correspond. We've got expert public affairs and crisis communications, expert public affairs and crisis communications. So if you want to add some text to this page, let's say you had some more items here, or let's just say you wanted to edit what's the text under media training right here. We just click on this little pen right there, and we get a pop-up box with our text in it. You can resize this, give yourself some more room to work in here. You'll recognize, of course, these items up top for aligning the text, numbered list, bulleted list, bold, italic, etc. And if you need to edit something, if you're going to do a whole bunch of editing, I wouldn't suggest that you do it here. If you're just writing a few sentences or whatever, that's fine. But if you're composing a whole blog post or writing up a whole new page for the website, I would suggest you do that in Microsoft Word or something that's going to automatically save it for you. Because if you had a disconnect from the internet, it's possible you could lose your work if you did something wrong here. So in any case, there's our edit. We would just hit Save Changes. Now, it's not saved to the front end of the website yet. We have to come right up here and hit Update first. And then once we do that and the browser is done here making the update, we can come to the front end and hit Refresh, and we can see our new text has been added right down here. If you need to add a link, just highlight the text that you want to make a link. Come right up here to this link icon, and you can see as I hover over it, it tells me what that is. Click it, and then typically what I would suggest is you come right here to this link options gear. This saves you from having to figure out what to type for the page, so then you can see a list of everything right here. If you want to link to a particular blog post or a page or whatever, this is everything on the site. Again, the search function works pretty well. Here it is, Get in Touch. So we can click that. It writes the link in for us right there. We say Add Link. Again, we hit Save Changes and Update. We can go to the front end of the website and refresh. And then we can see it has put our link in for us right here. And if we click it, it takes us to that page. If you want to link to an external site, whatever that might be, let's just say CNN. The only differences here are that when you go into these options, I'm going to suggest that you don't try to type it, even if it's something real simple like CNN, that you come to the page, you copy it, and that you paste it in, making sure that it's just right. And then also you'll want to click this Open Link in a New Tab option. And that way, when they click the link, Let's just refresh the page here. It'll do exactly that. It'll open it in a new tab. When they're done with it, then your site is still here and available for them. They haven't left it behind. If you need to have more of these boxes with the headline and the little icon next to it, I'm going to suggest that you just duplicate an existing row. So you can see these 6 correspond to these 6 right here. And so what I think you should do is just, you can see if I hover over this, it says clone this row. And if I click that, I've now got a duplicate here of communication audits and media training. And so then, we could just change this text to something else and give this a new headline. And if there were only one of these, you can get rid of the other one. These items can also be dragged around, so we can just move this right over here, move this right over here. And again, we could hit update and we refresh the front end of the page, and now we've got a new content block down here with our same styling with the icon here next to the headline. If we wanted to change this so that this bottom row flowed all the way across, all we would need to do right here, you can see this is set to be 2 columns. It's a lot like Excel this way, so you can hover over these and see what the fractional differences are. And so right here would be just 1 row. We can click that. It's going to flow it all the way across. We can hit update and refresh, and there we go. We've evened everything out a bit there. For the team images and the case studies and the blog posts, those are controlled through what we call these short codes right here. So don't get rid of these. That's how everything gets fed onto the page is via these short codes. So please leave those as is. If you want some more in-depth training on how to handle more of the features here with this on-page builder, we're happy to do that for you. But I'm guessing this is going to be all you need for the on-page editing. We'll move on in these next videos to the case studies, the staff, etc., the blog posts, all of that. But I think that should really probably be most of what you need for the on-page edits. Thank you so much.